It's a nice fall day, and today I'm working on my 1999 Dodge Dakota again. Today I am doing a flush of the heater core, and I'm going to show you my methodology for doing it. Now, the tools you will need for this job are some channel locks and a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, just for breaking everything loose. Now, the kit I used is by Prestone, and I don't actually use the kit according to the exact directions that are given. I'm just gonna show you how I hook this up and how I get it all cleaned out. Now, the kit I'm using to help along with this is the Flush and Fill kit by Prestone. Like I said, I don't really use it exactly the way they tell me to, but I'm really happy with the results. With the Dodge Dakota, to get to this setup here, you do need to take the air box off, completely remove the top of that, and allow access to this area here. You do need to break loose these two heater core hoses. Thankfully, they are attached right down here in the front, so they are accessible. You just unsnap them here, and then you use these as a way to get to the heater core. Now, what I do is I will install this in one of the tubes and then allow it to circulate through and then drain out the opposite. So the way it's set up now, I'll run water to it and then cover this end with my finger here just to provide just enough pressure so we're not damaging the heater core inside, so we don't cause leaks in the future. And then this will be the drain hose, and I'll use that to drain into a bottle here. Now, I did run it back and forth several times, using each one of the hoses just to get the system to run clear, and I'll show you what that looks like after several times back and forth. So I do recommend having several containers available if you're planning to do this job, because it will go from super filthy all the way down to just about clear. I chose to stop after a couple gallons. I feel like that is about the color I'm looking for. While you have this taken apart and the system drained, I do recommend perhaps taking a look at your thermostat, maybe giving that a replacement, just in case you're troubleshooting a dead heater core or not. So best to start off with the cheap stuff like the thermostat and giving this thing a thorough flush. Okay, so while you're watching me do this, I wanted to give you a couple pointers. First things first, don't put your hose on full blast. You don't want to have a leak in your truck. That would be the worst thing ever, because then you definitely have to swap out your heater core. If you're just doing some maintenance or you are troubleshooting, finding out if the core is blocked, just turn your water on maybe a quarter to half power and then do this method that I'm showing you here. If you are able to stop the flow of one side of the T-valve with your thumb, that's usually a decent amount of pressure to clean the heater core but not blast through it in such a way where you're going to cause any leaks in the future. Now, I didn't use the Prestone kit correctly, at least per their instructions. Like I've said before, I did not cut my radiator hose. That's part of the instructions. I didn't want to cut the hose. I wanted to make sure that I could put my truck back together the way it was in its original state and not compromise it with leaks or anything like that in the future. So I would definitely recommend just installing it on the outlet of the thermostat. And hey, I'm going to show you some pictures. If you happen to have the same engine as me, the amount of time it takes to replace the thermostat while you're in this area is pretty minimal, so I would definitely recommend it. Here's a couple photos of what that looks like. It's literally maybe an extra 10 or 15 minutes. Just make sure you clean both connecting ends and replace that gasket, and you should be good to go. So that's that. Thanks again for watching my video. I do appreciate it. Consider liking or subscribing. It definitely helps other people find this video too. It's always really rewarding to read the comments and hear how people save time and money by following a video on YouTube. So I appreciate it. This is my channel, Share XP. Enjoy your day.